Hi, this is Tim Davis with DoControl. I want to talk to you today about SaaS to SaaS applications as one of our pillars for the SaaS security platform. We often think about risk in SaaS as being user activity that is initiating things like sharing a file, uploading, downloading, maybe changing things, fields in a database, whatever, right? We think about users creating risk to the data that's in our SaaS applications that we're trying to protect. But it can also be app-to-app connectivity as well. There are all kinds of apps that work together in ecosystems, right? And some of those are designed to do that. Salesforce is a great example. You've got tools like Outreach and Clary that interface with Salesforce and provide additional functionalities and greater context and are a better together story as those apps work together. But there are all kinds of SaaS apps out there, and some of them may not be ones you want people using, right? And some of them are just, you just don't know, right? You just don't know what kind of access they're getting and how much access they're getting, and is it too much? Are some of these apps even potentially malicious, right? So DoControl can give you visibility into that as well as the ability to put controls around it. So this is our Shadow Apps page. These are SaaS to SaaS applications, right? So this is not traditional Shadow IT where we've got users involved. This is SaaS to SaaS connection. So I can see here the applications that are connected to my Google Drive instance. So I can scroll through and see all of these. I can sort them by risk, for example, and so I can see what my more risky apps are. If I see an app that I don't want installed, then I've got a ability to quick action here and just remove that application, and I'll trigger the workflow, and this application's going to be uninstalled and removed from Google, right? And so all the users that were using it, whether that was one or many, doesn't matter, they're all removed from it. I can also do a per user removal. So if I look at an app here that's got multiple users using it, I can select a user and then do a quick action on that user to just remove that user from this particular application, right? So I've got multiple options here of things that I can do to when I identify risky applications, SaaS to SaaS applications, and then I've got the ability to go in here and put controls around them. Within this platform too, I can also classify applications. So I can classify them as banned, unsanctioned, sanctioned, etc. This classification becomes important because then I also want to be able to put automated controls in place. So let's look over at a DoControl workflow that's designed to use exactly this, right? So if we've got applications that are being installed in Google, so I've got an app installed, and that classification has been set to banned, so users should not be using this application, then I'm going to automatically revoke that. And then in this case, maybe let's give the user a choice. We'll send them a message. We'll say, hey, you installed this app, it's banned, you're not supposed to be using this. If you feel like you have a legitimate business need, you can click request app review, and they'll get in their Slack message or their email, there'll be a button there, and that button will automatically create a ticket for them to have the appropriate team in information security go out and review that application and then get back to the user to say, okay, we think you maybe do have a business need here, or hey, this is our approved app for this, you should be using this app instead of that app, right? So there's an opportunity for learning and communication there. But also for feedback, right? So that the user can say, hey, I feel like I have a legitimate business need here. There's a business case for this. And now you're not having to go dig in a tool and find this information because we're going to already put this information around, the user, the app, all the risk information. We can put all that in the ticket for you. So that the security person, as they're starting their investigation, their dialogue, they've got all the information readily available. It's all about making things easy. And then, of course, if the user says, okay, well, I didn't really want to do that anyway, or I don't want to go through the trouble, they can just acknowledge the message, and that's the end of the workflow, right? Again, all kinds of options we could do here. We could notify a manager. We could allow the app for a certain amount of time. We could, if we know we're getting a lot of people attempting to install certain applications, we can put customized message on that. Hey, you're trying to install this app, use this app instead, or hey, those kinds of things, right? So lots of flexibility, as always, very extensible. Lots of things that you can do to help solve these problems. But the SaaS to SaaS vector is a key component of the SaaS security platform. It's something that DoControl is helping our customers solve for each and every day. Thanks for watching.